receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go. Well, you can't. Why not? Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Al Jonko, Kristen Hetzel, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
It is WDW After Dark, the adult show. So put the kids to bed. Have fun. Why are you laughing at me?
That's so good. This is such a great way to start a show. Put your children to bed. Because you don't want them to watch us. You don't want them to listen to us. You know, put your headphones on. We're nasty people.
Well, sometimes we use 4-letter words, and some children have sensitive ears, and some don't, because they hear daddy say those things. So,
I still think that's funny. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a good way to start. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, I'm going to let you do the housekeeping, mousekeeping, whatever you want to call it.
All right, so we want to talk about our sponsors real quick for WDW After Dark. You can check them all out over at WDWAfterdark.com. We'll start with that lady right there, Miss Kristen Hetzel, MagicalJourneysVacations.com, your destination for where you want to go to get a fantastic deal for a vacation. It doesn't matter whether it be Disney Cruise Line or Carnival or Adventures by Disney, the Disney parks. You know, there's so many different options, but she covers pretty much all of them. I know this from experience. Last year, Kristen got me a fantastic deal, pretty much an upgrade, at still a fantastic price that I did not expect. I wouldn't have gotten that if I had not used Kristen and MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So you need to check her out. Head over to the website, and she'll get you all the information that she needs. Also, visit Amazon via WDW After Dark. All you have to do is click on the link. If you're looking for fantastic gifts, or maybe a collectible, or maybe you're just a tech nerd or anything else, all of these items come at fantastic prices, and all you have to do is search for it and find the best one that you want. So check out Amazon.com via WDW After Dark. And then also we have Fandango. Lots of great movies coming out during the summer of 2015. We've had some fantastic Disney movies, Marvel movies, and all kinds of other stuff. Upcoming movies for this winter as well. We got Star Wars coming up. So if you need your tickets in advance, you don't want to wait in line, you want to buy them, you want to get in the theater, see your movie, use Fandango, and our other sponsors. All of them can be used and clicked on over at WDWAfterdark.com. And we appreciate when you do use those links, everything, because that helps us keep the show rolling. Exactly. right, Kristen? That's how it goes.
That is right.
Yeah. So we'd appreciate it if you would do that.
Yes, we would.
I would too.
Would you now?
Totally.
Hey now.
Hey now. Okay, so put the kids to bed and let's have fun. Is that the line I heard?
I loved it. That's like one of the best openings
love
we've ever had on this show. Put your kids to bed. You don't want to hear what
that's
we
why.
have to say.
That's why my wife is a barrel of monkeys. I love it.
That is one of the very best openings. I swear. It's just
Monkeys.
Okay, a house full of cats. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. So
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Okay. So now that we have out of our.
that's like the worst monkey impression ever. Oh God. Okay. Can we not?
By the way, Jeff.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Al John. By the way, I love the fact that you're vlogging. Are you Is it Periscope that you're using and putting it on Facebook, or just your iPhone or your Android phone?
It's my Android phone. That's all it is. Yeah. Here's the thing. I got sick and tired of simply typing everything. I mean, everything. It's just typing and typing and typing and typing.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out that I can say what I want when I want to say it in such a quicker amount of time by just vlogging it.
Yes.
And so now I'm really starting to get it. I'm starting small and just using my phone, and I use an app, to edit and add a little bit of music and stuff. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it'll last. Maybe it won't.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. So I'm having fun with it. So
It takes a lot less time to say it than it does to type it.
It does. And the good thing about it is I could do it, while I'm on the go, just walking to the truck, or I'm in the truck or whatever. I just got a mount that I throw the phone up on. I press the button, it records, and I don't have to do anything. It's like talking to somebody in the vehicle with you. No problem. So, yeah, I'm having fun with it. I am enjoying it. So we'll see what happens with that. And I appreciate you guys watching them, too. That's real nice. Thank you.
I think it's fun.
It is.
Yes.
Do we have a delay? I think
there's a huge delay going on, and probably because I've taken myself offline, and I don't know if Kristen's broadcasting in HD or not because her screen's locked up.
I'm adjusting in low.
You're adjusting in low.
No, I've adjusted it too low. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
That's weird.
Okay.
Also, the screen's not transitioning between people. I don't think. I don't know.
It is. It's on a delay.
It's on the delay. Okay, just want to make sure.
Well, I've had issues with Google all day, coming back and saying, "Hey, Jim, this link doesn't work," or whatever.
I love it how we fix our technical glitches as we do the show. We can't do it beforehand. We have to do it during the show.
Yeah, well, that's technology now.
Yeah.
As much as it sucks, we do what we can. It's not the way it used to be. Gosh, can you remember back when, Jeff, you and I were beta testing WDW After Dark using so many different methods? How different technology was.
I think it was like a Thursday or a Friday night, and I had you on speakerphone, and I had my laptop sitting in my lap. You were doing the same thing, and both of us were each trying different programs. We were trying Skype. We were trying Livestream. We were trying Ustream. So many different things, trying to figure out what worked the best. And I don't know if all that much has changed, but it was a fun night, though. We had a good time doing that, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely, for sure. So I take it you guys already did your housekeeping and all that. I apologize for being tardy.
We did the housekeeping. We told them Kristen is it. There is no other choice. Go to Kristen, get your stuff. So we did all that. You
have no choice here, folks. You need to just go ahead and buy your vacations from Kristen.
Damn it, call her.
Damn it, call her. You need to just download every show for After Dark, and even if you've heard every show, download it again, and leave us some 5-star reviews, 5-star ratings. We still have. Do we have? I think we actually have some some comments we can actually read on air tonight. I don't know if you're down with that.
Whoa, I'm down with that.
Well, we should get into our story.
Well, let's do that. So I am chiming in late, so I am literally trying to find my bookmarks for this very special. As I normally do, my very special. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, back with the news, Disney headline news. Mr. Jeff Disney Davis.
And in 5 years, all we have is the iPhone for sound effects. Isn't that great?
I'm working on upgrading the entire thing. In fact, I asked Kristen last week on WDW Tiki Room. She was like, Aljon, it's too hot. Can we just do the show out of the living room? Because this is the studio.
Oh, I was really tired too.
Just really tired, and so what do? I bring out my new console. I bring out microphones. I set the whole damn thing up, and literally we've got the music all queued up. It's like a real radio station, Jeff. I'm so proud of myself. You know, so we're doing the show. And there are 2 faders for the microphone. So I've pot up the faders and I turn them on and we're recording, and then we're playing the Tiffany song from last week. This is on WDW Tiki Room, okay? Which by the way, you can also, which you can you can download on Weeby Geeks Network and iTunes, okay? So we're playing Tiffany and we're sitting there talking, we're jamming a Tiffany and we're playing, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, I actually told Kristen, I said, hey, by the way, this is pretty cool, huh, that we're doing all this. So I'm mixing down our show, and you can hear our damn microphones are on the entire time. The entire time. I've been in radio. Okay, Jeff and I have been in, like, really legitimate DJs on air in different markets, for years. We have a lot of radio experience. And I'll be damned if the microphones didn't cut off. And then the other thing that's really strange about this whole situation is that we redo it, and I still can't get the damn mics turned off for some reason. I don't know why. What? And then to make matters worse, at the end of the show, I realized I played Rick Springfield twice on the show.
How far we have fallen from grace.
Oh, I know. It's like, well. I feel bad that I gave everyone like a 15-minute break in between the same Rick Springfield song last Friday morning on WDW Tiki Room.
Maybe everybody just thought you were just a big Rick Springfield fan. I just really love him. I gotta play him twice.
I'm such a big Rick Springfield fan. I played the damn song twice. That conveniently did not make the cut on the WDW Tiki Room on demand podcast. But
you should have just gone back and played it back to back. It's a double play, Rick Springfield. Yeah.
It's a 2 for Friday. You might as well do a 5 for Friday. It's a 5 for Friday. I'll Rick Springfield all day long on Sorcerer Radio.
Allow me to hang myself. God.
In fact, yeah, I know. In fact, we're going to play the entire Rick Springfield Eat to the Beat concert series set. That's how much I like
there you
Rick
go. Seriously.
Next week, we'll have Starship, just for Kristen.
He does 3 shows, we'll do 3 shows.
We'll do exactly 3 shows. It'll be the exact same shit on all 3 shows.
Oh my God!
Oh damn! Yes, it is
crazy.
It is a Disney show for adults. Thank you for saying that, Kristen. I appreciate that. Okay, Jeff, go ahead. We've got. I know you're teasing the big to do thing for this week, but let's go ahead and knock out the rest of this. And I know Eric's going to join us later. So, and just to bring people back to reality, let's go ahead and replay this. Okay. Hey, by the way, now we're ready for the news.
Okay.
Are we ready for the news?
We are ready.
No, we're not ready.
Yes, come on.
Okay. Son of a whore. Here
I'm waiting for you.
Here's a stupid thing. Okay, I give up. Just play this. Let's just do the news.
We'll just do the news and get
Screw the sounder. I hate technology.
I've got. I am going to skip all the regular news that I was going to do for this week.
What?
And I'm skipping food news.
Yeah, she's skipping food news entirely.
Talk about these 2 stories.
We have 3 idiots at Walt Disney World. 3. Okay.
And they're not us.
They're not. That's a good point. I'm just saying right now. Don't let those After Dark people in the park. Oh, they're idiots.
Hell no.
No, we got 2 women who did something just absolutely stupid, and we got 1 other guy who got arrested. So those are the 2 things we're going to cover during the news this week. A Magic Kingdom worker was arrested for an alleged rape over in downtown Disney. The Orange County Sheriff's Office arrested the man last week connected with a rape outside the House of Blues restaurant there in the downtown Disney area. The suspect, Hector Herrera, 26 years old, surrendered without incident at his home in Osceola County on Thursday, and police charged him with sexual battery on physical incapacitation of a person. He posted a $50,000 bond later that evening and left the jailhouse. But Herrera works as a cook at the Magic Kingdom's Backstage Bistro. Disney officials said he was currently on unpaid leave pending investigation results. According to the sheriff's office and the report cited by the Orlando Sentinel, security guard found the alleged victim in the shrubbery between the House of Blues and Lanuba around 5 a.m. She was naked with her clothes and purse on the ground around her, along with a used condom near the scene as well. The woman told the police she had a lot to drink before heading to the club, including 2 bottles of ale and 7 or 8 shots of vodka before getting it over to the club. I mean, here's mistake number 1. Okay, that's just before she went anywhere. That's stupid. Okay. Beyond that, her statement says she does not recall going into the area where she was found, nor did she remember participating in a consensual.
Consensual.
Is that a new word? Consensual.
That is just a new word, everybody. Consensual healing by Marvin Gaye. Yes.
It's both
Marvin Gaye all the time. Yeah, I keep both. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I combined the 2 words, and instead of just saying the 2 words, I said one. Consensual relationship.
Consensual. I did not have consensual relations with that woman.
So she says she did not consent having sex with this guy in any way, shape, or form. The suspect, though, admitted to officers he had sex with the woman near some bushes. Great location, by the way.
We've seen a lot of
bushes. All right.
Seen a lot of stuff go down in some bushes. What?
Oh my God! And but she was out of it, according to the arrest affidavit. He continued by saying the woman stumbled out to his car, but the woman eventually refused to go with him after the heat of the moment, if you want to call it. According to the arrest records, Herrera said he knew he had made a mistake. Then he added he tried to get the woman dressed again, but she was too out of it, so he left the scene. Police released a series of surveillance photos. I'm in real trouble tonight. I don't know why.
That's all right.
Photos and videos showing who they believe to be the suspect in the crime. Soon after, officials received a call from a citizen who identified the man. They went to the man's home in Osceola County and arrested him. Officials have not posted a new court date as of today. What is the lesson learned, children, from what this woman has done?
Well, there's 2 lessons.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're a woman, don't drink multiple beers and do 7 shots before you go out.
And then drive.
Yeah, because first of all, she could have killed somebody driving herself there.
She could have, yeah.
And then on top, she doesn't even remember. So, don't be. That's just dumb.
I mean, it was the party, the pre-party before the party. You know, she had to drink it up at the house by herself. That's a lot of fun.
And the second thing is, if you're a man, don't have sex with a drunk girl.
Don't have sex with a drunk girl in the bushes. Gosh, pick at least a better spot. My God. Especially downtown Disney. I mean, it's so romantic, you know. Hey, let's go to the bushes. Let's have some fun.
It sounds like one of those Sex Sent Me to the ER TV shows. So you know what I'm talking about?
It does.
Later on in Discovery Channel, we're here with Sex Sent Me to the ER. We have here a gentleman who had sex in the bushes with a woman that was inebriated. Yeah, those two things actually. Now that I think about it, it doesn't sound like that show. It sounds like an episode of Law and Order SVU, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and the fact that she from what I'm reading here, apparently went down there by herself. Maybe she was going to meet friends, but she did all of this drinking beforehand and then went down her by herself. So if she had gone with friends, it probably never would have happened. You know, they'd been like, "No, come with us, come with us." You know.
All I can say is, I don't know how old she is, but I'm going to go with when I was 21, since that's the legal drinking age. You never would have caught me getting drunk, driving, those two things, or the getting drunk and going out alone.
Yeah.
That's just
stupid.
Beyond stupid.
It's stupid.
I have never been that stupid.
Well, a lot of people make mistakes, okay? Mistakes, we understand. We're only human. But remember this. Whenever you act irresponsibly, it not only could backfire and end your life, but the life of other people. And it could irreparably change your life for the worse, you know? And
we all make mistakes, you know, but at the same time, common sense, people.
Well,
common freaking sense.
Her being that drunk and she doesn't remember, his mistake was, there's a good chance she could have consented and it could have gone in that direction. But the problem is a man, don't ever have sex with a drunk girl, because you do, and that's going to get you in trouble with the law.
So apparently he wasn't a very smart rapist, because he didn't change the story when he talked to police. She was so, he knew she was out of it in the first place. He knew that she didn't know what was going on. He could have just said, yeah, she definitely, wanted to have sex with me.
Well, for everyone out there who is watching us on YouTube as well as listening on iTunes, our podcast, look, assault is never good. It is not obviously something to make fun of. It's a very serious thing. It happens every day. Unfortunately, those things happen. The best you can do is to protect yourself, and the best way to protect yourself is to use your brain, and to use common sense to protect yourself. And who knows what happened? Because I'm sure all those shenanigans, as you pointed out in that article, happened. But if she had a clear head, and if the guy had some sense, we might be not even talking about the story. But it's unfortunate those things happen.
Yeah, and at the same time, 9 times out of 10, I don't think most rapists take the time to take out a condom that they have in their back pocket or wallet or anything and use that.
That's what leads me to think the way this all played out and how drunk she was is that he made the mistake of going, well, she's drunk and clearly she's into it, so let's just go with it.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, that is for a court to decide. So.
Oh yeah. I know. I'm just saying that's where there's going to be an issue with that, Oh,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Needless to say, this guy is not going to be cooking at the Backstage Bistro anytime soon. Let's just we can be safe to say that,
I think that's a safe assumption, Jeff.
All we can say is, even when you're at Disney, just be smart, be careful. Yes, it's the happiest place, and yes, it should be.
It's supposed to be.
And yes, it should be safe, but it is still in the real world. Once you enter those gates, you aren't really exiting the real world.
That's true.
And bad things can happen, and just be safe. And coming from somebody who's short and a woman, I would just say, you know what, girls, if you're going to go out, go with a friend. Don't be alone. Mm-hmm. Safety in numbers. So.
Go with the pack. Don't be the lone wolf. Go with the pack. So. All right, so first one is down. This next one, though, is a doozy, I tell you. And Kristen uses the words, happiest place on earth. And Disney World is supposed to be the happiest place on earth. But that did not stop 3 women from coming to blows while waiting in line at Epcot, their test track, over this past weekend. A guest standing in line captured a video of a fight between these women, which appears to show a verbal spat, that they call it, that started between a young woman wearing a goofy hat and another woman ahead in the line. A few seconds later, though, a third woman with what appears to be an umbrella joins in the fight and starts hitting the other woman with her umbrella while standing in line. It just repeatedly, boom, 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 boom. It's clear, no doubt about it. At one point in the video, a Disney employee showed up, tried to break up the fight, but he was kind of pushed away. He again went for a second attempt to, break this up. Everything was successful, breaking up the fight and everything. I'm not going to say he threw one of the girls to the ground. One of the women, I think he just kind of held on to her and just kind of laid her down on the ground to kind of get her to calm down a little bit.
Just so you know, Jeff, I'm playing the footage in screen share so people can actually see it.
Oh, great. Okay. All right, wonderful. The man, though, who recorded the brawl said the women were eventually escorted out of the attraction by Disney personnel. Orange County deputies were called to the scene, but ironically and surprisingly, no arrests were made. A sheriff's office spokesperson said they won't release the incident report because a juvenile was involved in the incident. A Disney spokesperson said no one was asked to leave the park and no injuries were reported.
And no one was arrested.
And nobody was arrested. Now, the Disney employee, when he got there and got everybody separated, at first, the one woman was more concerned about going ahead and getting back in line to get on test track. And the Disney, cast member said, no, we need for you to go ahead and exit the attraction so we can handle this and everything else. And then her attention turns toward the other family and the other woman that was involved in this incident and said, we'll make sure, you go and you get them as well. We're not going to get off unless they get off type of attitude, So I'm kind of scratching my head here as to why, one, there were no arrests made whatsoever, and also why Disney did not ask one of the two parties or both of the parties to leave the park. When you have an incident like that inside of an attraction with other families around, other children, to top it all off, the language that this one lady and her daughter apparently were using towards this other woman, extremely, extremely disrespectful. And it goes along the lines with other stuff, and I'm not going to really mention that. I'm going to keep that, tucked away somewhere. But
okay,
how bad is it when you can't even go to the happiest place on earth and not see something like this happen?
This is what I have actually. There's a few things I have an issue with when it comes to this. First of all, the only thing I have seen Disney trying to enforce in the past couple years has been the new policy of selfie sticks. And the logic behind the no selfie sticks was for safety.
Yep.
But you're going to allow a woman to use an umbrella, and we're not talking about those small compact umbrellas, like full-on umbrella, full-size umbrella, to beat somebody with.
Go, gadget umbrella.
And they don't get escorted out of the park.
Yeah.
Secondly, you have language which can already get you thrown out of the park being used.
Mm-hmm.
It's safety not just of the two people in the fight, because really I could care less. You want to hurt yourself, fine. But you could easily hurt somebody around. You could hurt a kid. That is not okay. Disney has now set this as you can get into a fight in our park, and all we're going to do is separate you. You could have, for all they know, there could have been a kid who is autistic in line who can't deal with that kind of stuff. You could have somebody who suffers anxiety or anything else that now is going to be having an issue for the next few hours because that situation was too much stress to have going on around them. And Disney has put it. They're okay with that. They by leaving those people in the park and not throwing them out when they should have, Disney said, you can fight in our park. We're just going to separate you. And I'm not okay with. That tells me I could be standing in line and get injured, and Disney doesn't care. It does not care for the safety of its guests. It cares for its money getting into its pocket. You know, it's more important to have those people who are fighting potentially hurt somebody and stay in their park and spend their money on food and on souvenirs than it is to throw them out and do the right thing.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you have that we've got the article, and just so you know, the video that I showed was from WFTV.com.
Right.
And so that is the link that we have. It's called Brawl Between Three Guests at Epcot Caught on Video. Should we read the actual article?
That was the actual article that I read.
Okay, you read the actual article. Okay, I didn't know if because I just wanted to cite the source for that. But I'm like Kristen, you know, we've been to the park so many times, Jeff, much like yourself. You know, you were a Florida resident for many years.
Yeah.
And now this incident, like Kristen had said, I don't know why those people were not asked to leave the park. It only makes sense for them to ask to leave the park. Now, to put this in perspective, we did several years ago, and Jeff, I think you remember us talking about this on WDW After Dark. I don't think it's part of the show archive anymore. But Kristen and I actually attended a Hoop-de-Doo review. Do you remember when we were talking about this, Jeff?
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
So we attended a Hoop-de-Doo review. The cast member in the Hoop-de-Doo review over there at the just had the it's over there by the Wilderness
Tri-Circle.
Yeah, the Tri-Circle Ranch. Yes, thank you.
Pioneer Hall.
Pioneer Hall. Pioneer Hall. So we were there. We love that. We love it. It's great. So we got there. There are people waiting in line, getting their photos taken before entering the venue. And we were told by a cast member to stand over here to this side. Well, you know how people like to queue up and do different things. Well, we're just going where we were told. Now, this family from Canada took our, standing in a certain area to make it look like we were invading their space or jumping a line. And I said, we all have assigned numbers. It doesn't really matter where we stand. This is where I'm standing because I'm leaning up against the railing.
Yeah.
And the guy was apparently drunk and belligerent and threatened Kristen. Remember this story?
I remember this story, yeah.
Basically saying, I'm going to hurt your wife. I'm going to fight you. And they're like, hey, listen, sir, we're not here to fight. We're here to have a good time and eat.
Yep.
And
I was so upset. I went and got the cast member and said, I am being threatened by somebody because I'm standing where you told me to stand. And
what did the cast member do?
They just said that they would make sure that he does not bother me the rest of the evening. Well, there were other people that were standing there, of course, who apparently what we also didn't know was that he had been screaming and yelling at his kids before that. Because, Alice and I were standing there having a conversation, but I guess the people were standing behind him heard this. And they ended up being seated next to us. And the lady went to the cast member and told her, she was like, and it was somebody in management because, of course, they have the little walkie-talkie thing and, they're wearing professional clothes instead of a uniform. And she explained to her, she was like, she did nothing wrong. Like, there was no reason for that guy to turn around and just start yelling at her and threatening that he was going to choke her.
Yeah.
You know, because he said, "Oh, I can pick you up and throw you."
Yeah, he said that to Kristen.
And I'm like,
Jeez.
all I did was come back from the bathroom.
Wow.
But yeah, he was drunk and he was crazy and talking crap about Americans, and yeah, he was bad. And for at that point, Disney should have, being told by us and other guests that that guy has a problem. He's drunk. He doesn't need to be served. They needed to have, instead of letting him stay in a venue where he can now drink unlimited, he should have been escorted out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody should be allowed to threaten somebody else. And I wasn't happy with that
situation. In the real world,
situation.
that would have happened. Any other restaurant, if somebody had acted like that, they'd have said, "Sir, we refuse the right to serve you because you were drunk. You could possibly hurt others and children and everything else. You need to leave, please."
He made a threat, not to just to his child, but to my wife.
Yeah.
And I told Kristen we're gonna let cooler heads prevail because first of all, we're trying to have fun on this vacation, but I was not at all pleased with how their management dealt with this, and to this day, this incident at Epcot brings back a whole bunch of memories that I would much rather forget.
Well,
the fact of the matter is we were there to have a good time. All of those people there paid the same money to have a good time, to go through Epcot, to go through Test Track, and the cast members were slower than shit getting out there, and B, we had park management issue this thing saying no one was hurt, which is fine. No one was maybe physically hurt.
Yeah.
But other people will have a memory to last them a lifetime. This is the shit that went down at Epcot, and you guys were ineffective in remedying that in a quick way, And like I said, there are other people there. You may not be able to see physical scars, but people are there that can have emotional, issues. And for people that want to poo-poo this, I tell you what, when you have someone that has like autism or anxiety or issues like that where your blood starts escalating because stuff like that does happen, or someone wants to jump in to try to break stuff up and then to try to help people out like a good Samaritan and then gets clocked or hit or something like that, just you wait. When that happens to you, wait until that happens to you, and you tell me how you can sit down there and you can judge all that stuff. We're sitting there and we're judging this because of the end result. We see it. We may have seen it out of context. We don't know what has happened to lead up to that. But the fact that Disney issued a statement that said that nobody was kicked out, I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Anything that can escalate to that point, once they start yelling, that's when a cast member should have been there to do something about it.
Yeah.
And they weren't, to the point that it got violent. And it still took them time to get there and deal with it. But that tells me if Disney, with the situation that happened with me, Disney's okay with that. Disney's okay with this. The more the stuff like this happens, the more you have to worry about going there to begin with. You're paying a lot of money, so what? You could potentially be hurt?
Yeah.
No, I mean, whether it's, like I said, it could be somebody with autism, anxiety, asthma, that a situation like that creates a problem.
Yeah.
And you have to, if you have rules in place that say if you do X, Y, and Z, you will be ejected from the park, you need to follow through with your rules.
That's true. Let's tie these two incidents together, okay? Your incident and the incident at Epcot. It's obvious that Disney's policy on this type of behavior has not changed in any way, shape, or form. Now, a lot of people will get on, Facebook or Twitter or, whatever they're doing, and they'll voice their opinion. I've already heard this, and it is the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard. Well, during that time of the year, it's hot, people are all sweaty, they've been dealing with crowds, and they get irritated. Accidents happen, let them go, let them just go on their way and everything. No, that is not what you do. Because there is a chance that these families would run into each other again while they're at Epcot. And what could happen? Tempers flare once again because they remember what just happened over at Test Track. And what happens? They start fighting again, whether it be inside of a pavilion, in the World Showcase, or in another enclosed area where other people can get hurt. Don't sit there and say just because it's hot outside and they're irritated and they're dealing with crowds and lines and everything else that Disney should just turn the other cheek and just say, oh yeah, just let them go, they'll be fine, no problem. Don't say that. Don't sit there and say something like that when, one, you don't know what the situation was in the first place that it got everything started, and the possibility that it could happen again while both parties are still in the same damn park. And then for Disney to say, no charges, everything's good, and the police not do anything? Seriously? Come on. This is not an A or B situation or type of decision that you make. Both parties, not just one. It doesn't matter who started it or who finished it. Both parties out of the park. Go.
Well, I have the rules, general rules and such, pulled up on the Disney website. In the general rules, this is one of it. Please show common courtesy to fellow park guests and our cast members by not using profanity or engaging in unsafe, illegal, disruptive, or offensive behavior. Then it also says down at the bottom, company rights. We reserve the right to deny admission or to require a person already admitted to leave the park without refund, liability, or compensation if we consider that the circumstances so require. Okay, that tells me that's a circumstance that should require it. It included profanity, unsafe, disruptive, and offensive behavior. But the thing is they don't half these rules they don't even enforce.
No.
Like the fact that you can't bring in wheeled bags. Well, we've seen people wheeling bags around lately, like suitcases. We've seen like those big coolers, that you take.
Yeah.
So that, that are like a wagon. We saw somebody with those.
Yeah, basically, if you want to open up shop and sell your own Mickey bars out of your own cooler, you could do it because you can bring your 6-packs in. You could bring, Chuck E. Cheese in a cooler. I don't care what you bring. Apparently everyone can bring their own personal Publix with them wherever they go because we saw it happen. I mean, what the hell, people?
It's almost as if they take the guidelines that Christian just mentioned that are apparently in a book, and they showed it to management but said, you know what, don't worry about this. Just use your best judgment.
Well, here's the thing. It's different if you have a medical, issue. There are people that require a lot of stuff to be brought into the park, whether it's an oxygen tank, special medications, different things like that. Hey, look, we have no problem with that. But when I see, a full-grown adult wheeling around a Coleman cooler of just stuff, and then they pop a squat, and then they empty out literally the contents of an entire Subway restaurant. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm glad that you can feed your family. That's really cool, but isn't that kind of against park rules?
Yeah, I would think so.
Just saying. Maybe everyone should carry their own little personal backpack cooler, and be done with it. But I mean, that's me.
If you have a baby, you have a child that you're taking to Walt Disney World, and that child requires other things that the parks do not offer, it is understandable that you're going to have something. A backpack that has a coolant compartment on the inside of it that keeps everything cold, and you take that with you and you take care of that child. That's understandable. But rolling coolers in Walt Disney World, can I just stop anywhere I want, jump the fence in a grassy area, throw down my damn picnic basket and my picnic blanket, and have myself a nice little meal?
You know what I want, Jeff?
This
is what I want, Jeff. Kristen, you'll appreciate this because you've seen this. You know those coolers that actually have the little motor component attached to it? It's kind of like the trail. You'll see it at like tailgate games. You can literally sit on the cooler. and drive it around like it was you were on one of those Segways, which is the coolest thing ever. You know, so that's what I'm going to use from here on out. I'm going to get a cooler scooter and just pop a squat anywhere. The party is just with me anywhere. You know?
Dude, your feet are not going to hurt. You go over between the land and the Journey Pavilion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We see people like laying up there sunbathing.
No, I've seen that before. Yeah, I have. Many, many times.
Uh-huh. Like, just strange.
Let's go to the parenting aspect of this incident, okay? And let's look how the parents reacted to something like this, because the report did mention that the altercation started with a juvenile, a child, obviously the daughter of this other woman. Now, most parents would be the parent and correct their child. You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be saying this. You need to respect this other person, blah, blah, blah. No matter what the situation, that's what a parent does. And they protect their child, but in a way where they don't hurt others. But what did this parent do? She got in the middle of it. She grabbed her umbrella and started smacking the other woman with her umbrella while her child was also hitting this other woman at the same time. What type of parenting is that?
Well, you saw the Walmart. Wasn't it Walmart where that happened not too long ago?
I didn't see that.
Get him! Get him!
Oh my gosh! Yes, these two women started fighting, and the one woman had her son involved in the fight. She told him.
I do remember that. Yes. Yeah.
It looked like something out of WWF or something. WWE.
Because the kid was standing over the other woman on the ground, and he was like, and all this. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did.
It's like, kick him, son, kick him. Kick him in the jimmy.
It's almost as if this woman was encouraging her daughter. Yeah, hit her. Take her out. Let me get my umbrella. I'll smack the crap out of her.
Ding, ding.
If you're that type of a person, and that is how you raise your child, you are one of the problems in this country. You are one of the problems. I'm sorry. That is uncalled for in so many different ways. And the last place that I want you to be is my most favorite vacation destination in the entire world. I don't want you there. Stay home. Stay home. Keep your butt at your house, and please keep your child away from other people, because apparently you can't control your child. Well, you don't care to control your child. Now, a lot of people may say or comment or anything else, well, Jeff, you don't know the entire situation. You don't know what the other person may have said. Bull crap, I don't care. That's not good parenting. That is terrible parenting to encourage behavior like that. Whether it be
that's
at Walmart or Walt Disney World.
Because that's what you're raising your kid to do, to learn to think it's okay to fight, and secondly, that you should teach your children to be involved in your own fights.
You know what?
You're an idiot.
You teach your children, yes, defend yourself. If someone tries to hit you, defend yourself, cover up, or do whatever. Don't let them just sit there and hit you. But as a parent, you do not join in with your child with an umbrella and start hitting the person as well. Wow. Seriously. Apparently your mom and dad didn't teach you very well, because now you're teaching your child the same damn thing. Seriously.
Round rule, fight.
It's crap like that really, really upsets me.
Yeah.
Is improper parenting. Now, some people may say, well, Jeff, you're not a parent. You don't have any kids. You know what? My mother and my father brought me up to know common sense.
But you also had a stepson for a while.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So it's not like you're a stranger to children.
No, I am not. And I told him, if somebody starts hitting you or pushing you or roughing you up, defend yourself. Don't be the person who throws the first punch. Do not do that. But defend yourself. But that didn't mean I was going to jump in and start hitting, another parent or another kid or anything. I'm going to get that person off my child. Hey, you need to back up. You need to get the hell out of here. You don't need to be hitting my child. I don't need to be grabbing my iPhone, my selfie stick, my umbrella, or whatever the hell I've got closest to me and hitting another person. Come on. Oh, John, you're killing me, dude.
Yeah, you're going to blow my eardrums out, dude. You got to stop with that.
Sorry.
Well, what type of behavior is that? What is that? I mean, somebody explain that to me.
There, the thing is, these people got through the gates, and they encountered something bad. Something bad happened, and it allowed it. You saw the video. If you were watching the YouTube feed, you saw a little bit of the clip of the video. It's not like there wasn't a cast member nearby, folks. As this, as the temper started rising in this case, that's really when the Disney police should have just come over. And we've seen people escorted out of the park before. There's no reason why these people should not have been, released with a slap on the wrist at all.
What it takes to do that? You have to assault a Disney cast member, because that's when they get escorted out.
Ah, you see, Kristen,
the last time that somebody was ejected from the park was at Epcot a couple years ago. They were drunk and got into it physically with a Disney cast member.
I'm sorry, Aljon, you say Disney police, and I have this picture in my mind. All of a sudden, the theme music to Miami Vice starts playing from the test track. And here comes Disney police jumping over rails and trying to get in.
Oh, this is the Disney police. Come out with your Mickey ears out. Put your hands and feet in the air. Lay on the ground. We're going to take you out.
Oh, gosh.
Goofy, take these people out.
Take the goofy hat off.
Take the goofy hat off.
I was going to say, there's a goofy hat involved if you're watching the video. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Someone took the damn goofy hat off this poor kid.
One of the issues, I think, that why things are starting to escalate to this point is because Disney's not doing anything when somebody complains. Say somebody jumps line and they go and they complain to a cast member and the cast member doesn't do anything. People are now starting to feel they have to say something themselves. They have to take it into their own hands.
That could be the reason.
And it can lead to a situation like that.
Well, apparently.
But Disney, if this was a situation that Disney should have been involved in early on, then, they play a part in that.
You know what? If I'm inside of the Be Our Guest restaurant and you take my table, that tells me I have permission to kick your ass and still continue my day in Walt Disney World and have fun.
The thing is another issue. Think about it this way. You go to a sporting event. And you're going to have rowdy people at a sporting event. They are there. They are drinking. They're having a good time. They're cheering on their team. Alton, please stop.
So you're at a hockey game.
I bet Kristen deals with this a lot at hockey games.
Oh, Kristen deals with it a lot with me.
And people get riled up, right? You do something like start yelling at somebody else, the police, we're not talking about security, but police will come and they will take you out. Why is Disney, which is a place that's you don't expect to see people get into fights, it's not a place where it's aggressive. You're not at a heavy metal concert or a hockey game or a football game. You're at a place where you're supposed to have fun.
This is Disney.
And be safe.
Not fun
and
of that.
instead of them stepping in and doing something in a place that it's more appropriate to have it done. You know, if the Nashville Predators will send Nashville Metro PD down to escort somebody out because they threw something, they said something, and take them out, nothing less should ever be seen at a Disney park. I expect Disney to have a higher standard of what is acceptable behavior in their park.
Hey, Disney, I got an idea for you. If you're not going to do anything about this kind of stuff, and you're just going to let people fight and then go on about their vacation or anything else, want to make a little money? How about you do this? When people go into the Emporium, they can buy their very own Disney boxing gloves, and they put the little Mickey logo on them, and they can wear those all day long, and you can just go and hit anybody you want. Make it fun. Yeah, it's a good time. Be rowdy. Be whoever you want to be. Slap the crap out of somebody. Why don't you do that? That's a good idea, right? You screwed up my Mickey waffle. I'm going to kick your ass.
In the penalty box, we have Jeff Davis. Jeff Davis,
So speaking of
5 for
weapons-
fighting. Jeff Davis, 5 for fighting.
Speaking of weapons, I have to mention this because I didn't even know it existed. Have you ever been to the Louisville Slugger place where they make the stuff?
I've
Jeff?
seen video of it.
Okay, one of the things that they make is a cane shaped like a bat.
Oh, that's genius.
So that's
And I was like, when I'm old, if I need a cane, I'm getting one of these. So that way when somebody goes, oh, let's try and rob that little old lady. Whack.
Beat the crap out of you with my slugger. Unbelievable.
Kristen wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Grabs their spine, pulls it out.
Kristen is the Sub-Zero of Disney.
Use the bones as a fork while eating her Disney waffle.
I agree. You know what? That's a perfect thing. You could also make it a selfie stick, apparently. So why don't you just not the multi-tool? It's kind of like the Gerber knife of Disney. Kristen, her multi-tool, it's a bat, it's a cane, it's a selfie stick. Don't take it away from me, bitches, because I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
We're talking about turning things into selfie sticks. What's to prevent that lady from turning her umbrella into a selfie stick?
Oh.
I think I'm going to have to edit in the Mortal Kombat music for Kristen.
You know what? Kristen, you made the perfect point earlier when it comes to selfie sticks. Why are they so dangerous now? What's the big deal? Why can't I bring a selfie stick? I want to use it for self-defense. I'm not going to use it to take pictures or sure that my camera gets real close to an audio animatronic or anything. I want to use it for personal defense because apparently you don't give a shit whether or not I get hit.
That's
So
why
I'm
you
gonna use
sneak a
a selfie
taser
stick.
in.
The taser.
Look, the guy got into the park by putting, in his pocket a gun.
Pick
So
up
what's
your
to prevent
Disney
somebody
taser
now
and mouse
from
ears.
when I'm going to tase somebody and just stick it in my pocket?
Hey, just so you know, just for the record, we don't condone any of this. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Only.
And I will tell you this, just because this incident has happened, okay, we want Disney to up their standards. Grow a set of brass balls, put your foot down, stop people from breaking the damn rules that you put out there because, look, millions upon millions of families,
the millions
and millions of Disney fans, and I said millions, go through the turnstiles every day without incident.
Yeah.
They are lawful. They pay attention to all the posted placards, all of the flight attendant warnings, all that stuff. From Patrick Warburton, they do the whole thing. Hello, be mindful of others in Soarin'. Thank you for flying with us. They pay attention to everything, right?
Yeah.
It's just a couple of these bad apples that ruin it for everybody. But if those people are going to be ruining it, by golly,
Get them the hell out of there. Don't let it ruin the other tens of thousands of people or the millions that will be stopping by spending money at your park. Okay? At the end of the day, these rotten apples, they're getting through, they're getting what they want, they're behaving badly, they are poor, you know, they show poor judgment, poor parenting skills, they spoil it for everybody, and they should not be allowed to continue to do what they're doing because of threatening and ruining the guest experience. I have enough problems already, having to deal with stupid tourists that are chanting up and down, changing diapers in front of me, you know, while I eat. Breastfeeding drunk bastards, you know, whatever the case is, breastfeeding in the park, stuff I don't care to see, that's my own preference. But when it comes to ruining or getting involved in my personal well-being, my bodily harm is taken into question at that point. Get them the hell out of the park. Grow a damn set.
Aljon, when you just said this is Disney, okay?
This is Disney, damn it. This is Disney.
Let's reference back to that story from a few years back over at Disneyland where two individuals got into an altercation, okay?
Oh, that was at the Tower of Terror, right?
I think that's where it was.
And that was at Disneyland.
That was at Disneyland.
Yeah,
okay.
Disney California Adventure.
And Disney security got involved. They got them separated, but at the same time, those people were ejected from the park. Gone. You're out of here. No questions asked. You got to go. We can't have this.
Yeah, and I think it ended up coming to find out that gentleman who this other person was macing or whatever the case was, who appeared to be drunk, I think actually had some type of allergy or something, or some kind of medical issue that people were not aware of. However, there was issues and an altercation with another guest, so it led up to that point, and I think if we go back into the archives, we'll be able to hear what actually happened. It's public knowledge now. Things like that do happen. People wig out, people freak out, they have mental breakdowns. Things. It's human. This is what we do. But Disney should be on their best behavior. They should put their best foot forward, trying to make sure that the safety of their guests is always front and center. And in this case, I believe they failed. I think in most cases, Disney does really, really well when it comes to blows. When it comes to physical violence, I've seen people get ejected from the park, and that's good. Like I said, millions upon millions upon millions of fans make it their travel destination. And it won't deter me from going.
No.
At least this time it won't. However,
I'm going to be looking over my shoulder now. I'll be telling you that.
I'm looking over my shoulder, and by all means, like Kristen said, don't leave your brain at home. Take your brain with you, because what happens is that you lose something, or you don't look before you cross the street, and then things get lost, people get hurt, so you just need to use your brain, folks. But Disney, grow a set. When stuff like this goes down, have a no-tolerance policy of this stuff going down to protect your guests and send a message to other people saying that we have your back. Right now, I feel that Disney failed and that they don't have our back. They have our wallets, but they don't have our back. And goddammit, they need to have our back.
The incident in California, they did it right because they removed the parties involved from the area, got them out of there and away from other people, and took care of business. In my eyes, even though they made these people leave Test Track, they did not follow through. They got them out of that area where other families were, where other children were and everything else, but they did not follow through in saying, you need to leave the park. Especially when a woman uses what she has with her, like an umbrella, as a weapon. How can there not be charges brought up on something like that? You're smacking somebody with a weapon. I don't care whether it keeps you from getting rained on or not. You're using it as a weapon. You can use your cell phone as a weapon. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. Doesn't make any damn sense. So, I mean,
there's clearly a lot of people who are chiming in on this. It was definitely the news of the past few days. It's on everybody's mind. I once again, I feel that management could have done better, but I don't believe this is a reflection on the entire organization. It's just handled wrong in this particular circumstance, and we hope that Disney Parks management in particular steps up their game, and when incidents like this happen, send a strong message that they have the guest experience and the guest safety at the very front, like rule number 1 at all times. They have to show the guests that they have your back and that our money is being spent properly at a place that values the guest experience, that values their guest safety. So
I would love to be a fly on the wall for those people who were there at the attraction and saw all this happen. And when they get back to work after their vacation, and somebody, well, how was your vacation? How did it go? What's the first thing that they're going to say?
You won't believe what happened.
A fight at Test Track. We saw a woman start beating the crap out of somebody with an umbrella. That's the first thing. Disney, you don't want stuff like that, because then what's that telling other people? Well, apparently we don't need to go to Disney World. We'll just go to Six Flags. We'll just go to Universal.
I'm sorry. I said, my issue is not just with like physical safety, but the fact that you have a lot of families who go there who have kids who have special needs, adults who have special needs, have some kind of mental problem and anxiety and those kinds of things, that being in that situation isn't good.
Oh, I have high blood pressure, and you know what?
My question is, if one of those people had been there and had an issue from it, what's Disney going to do for them? Just go, oh, I'm sorry?
Yeah. Is this a situation where the woman who was being hit with the umbrella could sue Disney for not taking further action on this other family? Is that grounds for suing Disney?
We're not lawyers. We shouldn't comment on that.
No, I'm serious. I mean, if it were
I could
you,
see somebody doing
Kristen, if it were you and that had happened to you, and Disney didn't follow through with removing them from the park and everything else, when obviously maybe you did not start anything, you did not throw the first punch or anything else, would that be something that you would say, well, crap, you haven't done your job? You haven't guaranteed my safety,
Because I could tell them I want assault charges brought up against them.
Right. Well,
and if Disney doesn't do it, then that's would be grounds, I believe, for a lawsuit. Now, whether you win, I don't know, but we do know that Disney has a habit of buying their way out of their lawsuits.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
So.
Well, next time, Kristen, feel free to beat the crap out of me at a park. Let's see how far we get.
Jeez.
They apparently won't kick us out.
No, apparently not. No, you can just do whatever you want.
Just do whatever the hell you want.
that sets a precedence that if somebody else gets into a fight and they try and throw them out of the park, of them arguing legally, well, here's proof that it happened before and Disney didn't do that. They're discriminating against me for whatever. I'm too fat, I'm too tall, I'm too tan, I have blonde hair,
Asian.
Whatever.
I'm too Asian. You no come in my park.
See, I can say that if you're listening to the show. I have this look on my face.
Aljon and his sound effects.
We can sit here and we could be mad at Disney all day. Okay.
Well, we're not mad.
But we're not mad.
We're concerned. We're showing our concern, and we want Disney to up their game.
We want you to do proper training with your cast members. Proper training. And that means going through the guidelines and the rules of the park and making sure that they know them by heart. Every single period, every single letter, they understand what is allowed and what isn't allowed. And you follow through with stuff like that. That is proper training. And if they're not doing it, you retrain them again, or you let them go. If you can't do your job properly, you don't need to be here, because you're putting other guests at risk in situations like this. Now, I'll commend the one cast member. When he did get up there, he had trouble the first time around. He composed himself, and he did this very, very well, too. He composed himself, and he got back into the middle of the situation and got them separated, and continued to compose himself, letting the one party know that we saw in the video, please, you need to leave the attraction. Yes, we will go up there, we will get the other party involved, and we will bring them out of the attraction as well. Fantastic job by that cast member right there. He did a good job, and he did the right thing in my eyes. He took care of the situation. May not have gotten there quick enough, yeah, true, but he did de-escalate everything, and everybody got to enjoy their 3-minute ride on Test Track afterwards.
Well, it's quite possible that he was just doing what he was told. Management could have said, please keep an eye on them, but don't confront them. We need to call other people to get involved because we don't want you getting in the middle of it. So it could very well be the situation. But
well,
boy,
not every cast member has the ability to eject people from the park.
Yeah, not eject people from the park.
It's not every cast member. It's select cast members have been given the ability to make the decision of, yes, this person needs to be ejected from the park.
I mean, it's not like 2 cast members were standing over there watching all this going, I got $5 on the first lady. I got $10 on the other lady. Let's let this go a little bit. Let's see where it goes. Get your phone out. Let's put this on YouTube. Hey, let's Periscope that. I mean, that didn't happen. He did the best he could. Lots of hearts.
It's going down, folks. It's going down.
He did the best he could, and he did a good job. And hopefully they recognize the fact that I've seen other people say, good on the cast member for what he did. Right. He de-escalated the situation, and nobody was hurt. Nobody. That's something else to mention. The fact that no children were hurt in the situation, no parents were hurt. I don't want anybody hurt.
I take that back. Take it back, because there was something that got hurt. Goofy's hat was hurt in that escalated incident.
It was. It did fall to the ground and get dirty. Yeah. No, seriously, no.
Kristen's about ready to kill me.
There were other guests.
Because you've made this whole segment into a joke, and to me, I take it seriously.
There's
a point where it also I believe there is a time where you need to lighten it up a little bit, because look, at the end of the day, we're all here talking about Disney, and yes, there are those moments where it needs to happen, but where we do take it seriously. We all went on our own personal rants about it.
Yeah.
But you have to admit, though, the Goofy hat was pretty funny.
Yeah, she apparently was goofy.
I'm not a fan of your sound effects.
Yeah, well, I know this. That's why I do this.
And you're like a little kid. It's like, yay, sound effects!
I've been trying to get us to move on. I've been trying to get us to move on from this topic for the past 30 minutes.
It's morning show madness on WDW After Dark. Al John is reliving his morning show days. Yeah.
No, I am. Okay, so.
Well, that was the big. That was the whole show. That's what we decided we were going to discuss. This crazy topic. So.
No, you're absolutely right. We've got to that point where we're going to wrap up today's show. Very controversial. The past few shows, and I have to say this, Jeff. I listened back to the past couple shows, and the stuff you were talking about regarding the all the different scandals and different things that has been going on. You guys handled it really, really well. So congratulations to you.
Appreciate that.
And Disney Parks has been just full of just a little bit of controversy and things going here and there, but
they're giving us the content, so.
Well, that's true. That's true. We don't have to look hard to find.
No.
But one thing you can count on, and just like everyone here on the panel has said before, you can count on us to bring you our thoughts every single week, because this show is more than just the news. It is our news, it is our commentary, it is our thoughts, it is a frank discussion, and we do love the brands. We love going out to the theme parks. We love watching the movies and films and comics and all that good stuff, but at the end of the day, we're all fans. And unlike other podcasts, we call it like we see it. And at the end of the day, it's not a reflection on anyone, not our partners or our affiliates or anything like that. We are just fans that care. We do this every week. We don't get paid for it. We would love for you to support our affiliates. We would love for you to book your trips with Kristen, because at the end of the day, we're still fans, and we like to still continue to support the product, because there are a lot of great people there. There are.
I mean, we are not the type of show to be the sugar babies and throwing pixie dust over everything that happens. We are not that show. We're the ones who will give it to you straightforward.
Yeah. And
well, clearly we love Disney. If, Alton and I have annual passes, we have tables in Wonderland, we are there anywhere from like 5-6 times a year. So
yeah, we drive and we fly. We spend our own money. Disney does not give us
anything.
Anything for this. When we go out to eat, when Kristen writes her reviews, we pay for those tickets. We pay for the food. We pay for our transportation. We do it because we love it, and we love the cast members that we've run into, that we see time in and time out. There's so many great things. If you're just now tuning into the show and you haven't heard the rest of the shows and how we think about Disney, because I know we have some new listeners. We have new viewers every week, right? The show keeps on growing. Go back and listen to how we speak about how much we love our cast members, our cast member friends, how much we love the parks and resorts. We just care. We care about having a great experience, and we care that you listen and watch our show so that you can take something from it and apply it to your own experience and maybe grow from it, maybe learn, because we want you to spend your money wisely. At the end of the day, we all spend money, and we want to make sure you spend it wisely. And if we can help share some of our personal experiences, good and bad, to make you have a well-rounded knowledge of how to spend your money wisely on a vacation, then so be it. You know,
definitely.
We have that expertise, and we're happy to share it with you, good and bad. And I would say, just like we talked about, a lot of people have great experiences there, and that's why they are the #1 vacation destination in the world.
That's right.
They have millions of people walk in through their turnstiles every day, just like us. So, and most everybody, you hear about some of the negativity that's out there. That is only a very small group of concerned individuals that have the right to speak their mind about that.
Yeah.
But there's millions upon millions of people that have wonderful life changing experiences there at the park, and you don't necessarily hear from them every day. You hear from that vocal minority. So
we're not going to ask you to be a VIP member, and donate money to us, or.
Well, wait, did you just give an idea on how we can make money?
Oh God, no, we're not going to ask you to do that. We're not going to do something like that so you get exclusive content or exclusive. Everything we do is exclusive for you. We don't hold anything back. We talk about everything right then, right now. Okay? That's what separates us from others. All we do ask for at the beginning and end of every show is simply click on something. That's it. Doesn't require you to pay any money or anything else. It just helps the show out. It keeps equipment running, stuff like that. Doesn't cost you money. Just simply clicking a link, and that's all. So.
Well, thank you, Jeff. That's awesome.
We still have about 13, 14 minutes. I think we should do some feedback.
Oh, shoot.
Edgar says hi, everybody.
Oh, look. Oh.
Hi, baby.
That's sweet.
Nice.
He says, I want to eat. Hurry up so I can be fed.
All right.
Listener feedback. Listener feedback.
I'm trying to call it up because I didn't. I'm trying to just call it up. So
You forgot.
give me
You forgot.
Give me a momentito. Yeah. Well, I was thinking we weren't gonna have time for it. Yes.
Epic fail.
So consumer ratings, consumer ratings, consumer feedback. Here we go. So we have a couple consumer feedback reviews from iTunes. So if you're interested, please, once again, subscribe to our feed on iTunes. Click on that link, actually, www.afterdark.com, the little Apple link, and you will have that open up, and you can subscribe to our feed. Paul M.W. says, yes, our good friend Paul M.W. says this about the show. He gives us a 5-star rating. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
The WDW After Dark crew is a fun-loving group that also happens to have literally an encyclopedic knowledge about all things Disney and the Marvel Universe.
Whoa.
The show has a great discussion, tons of laughter, and practical tips about making the most of your time in the WDW parks. There's also great insight about Disney dining at all levels in the parks and resorts. I highly recommend this show and podcast to any and all Disney fans.
Wow, Paul.
How about that? So thank you, Paul.
Tear.
So I know. Tear. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's the pause track. This next review is from our friend. We'll call him Ryan.
Ryan.
His headline is, "Are you an adult? Are you a Disney fan? This show is
God,
for
we
you."
hope you're an adult if you're listening to this.
5 stars. Holy crap. He goes, while many people might think that Disney is just for kids, we all know that there's plenty of great content for adults, too. This show focuses in on that audience and highlights all the great topics that us adult Disney fans enjoy. Whether it's news, opinion, or comedy, this show has it all. You can also watch video versions of the episodes, too, if you're interested. 5 stars.
Nice. 5 stars. 5.
Yes. And so those are our pieces of feedback for this week. We encourage you to once again do the same. Leave us those 5-star reviews there on iTunes, and give us those thumbs up. High marks on Stitcher Radio too. So we do appreciate that, and thanks again to the Weeby Geeks network of podcasts. We do appreciate that as well. So thank you for that. Anything else, guys, before we wrap things up? Because that was fun.
I'm good.
All right. Kristen, where can people find you on the old interwebs?
At diningatdisney.com on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Periscope. It's Dining at Disney and The Dining on Disney for YouTube.
Nice.
And download and check out, give 5 stars to Dining at Disney podcast. Jay and I would appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeff Davis.
Hey, do me a favor. Look at the look just underneath my name. See, that's where it says Twitter at DW_60. That is where you can go, and you can follow me on Twitter for the latest on Walt Disney World news, a few other things as well. You can find me in the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone, and you can also follow me on Periscope at DW_ as well. We take song requests for the DW60 show on Wednesday afternoon, so if you want to hear a song, you can do that. We talk about Disney discussions on the latest news and things we'll talk about, looking for your feedback and everything, so you can follow me there as well.
Thank you, Jeff. Great news can be heard on DW60 on Sorcerer Radio every Thursday. We do appreciate that. And by the way, the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone is a Facebook group that's free to join. I'll take that job from Eric since he's not with us this week. So feel free to join us in the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone group on Facebook. We can discuss all things Disney there. I would like for you to bookmark www.afterdark.com. That is the place. You can follow our Facebook, our Twitter there, our iTunes, our Stitcher feed, and our YouTube feed as well. All there at www.afterdark.com. Bookmark it, because then you can also, like at the top of the show, go ahead and shop through our Amazon link, our link through Fandango, so you can purchase those tickets to movies and such, and of course our friends at Halloween Express as well, because instead of paying top dollar for those costumes for the kiddies or for yourself, whether it's the Halloween costume time or whether you opting to try to save money instead of going to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique or the Pirates the Pirates experience over there at the park, just get your costume through Halloween Express. It's a lot cheaper, and just pack that along, and then all of a sudden surprise little Susie, little Johnny with awesome costumes that are authentic Disney merchandise. So we appreciate that if you would do that. You can follow me at Jedi Mouseketeer also, and you can follow all of our podcasts as well, WDW Tiki Room, WDW After Dark, and I also host a wrestling show, too, if you're involved with professional wrestling, Pro Wrestling Cast. And one of these days we'll have Jeff Davis on to talk about SummerSlam, maybe. That would be kind of fun. Woo! We'll talk about that. Yes, that's right. So also you'll find all the links to our social media on our show notes on YouTube as well as our iTunes as well. So thank you for that. So thank you for tuning into the show. Who's going to say goodbye? Everyone saying goodbye?
Make sure to pick up your Disney boxing gloves over at Mouse Gears next time you go to Epcot. That's what I'll leave you with.
Nice. That sounds good. Kristen, I guess we're all good here, huh?
Oh, I forgot one thing.
What's that?
People need to pick up the Epcot International Dining at Disney guidebook for food and wine.
Yum, yum, yum.
Can't wait.
We got to talk about that
I'm
next show.
working on it.
Yeah, we got to talk about
your
food experience for your trip next show. You know.
Yeah, yes. The book is the book is a lot bigger this year, so it's gonna be definitely worth the value that you pay for the online version. So
I hear it's bigger too. I hear it's a lot bigger than the last one.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere around 250 pages.
Wow! Holy moly, that's a lot of stuff.
It's good stuff. I tell you what. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in, listening, and subscribing to the show. On behalf of Eric, who's not here, he'll be here next week along with Jeff, Kristen, and myself. And who knows what assorted, happy, fun times we're going to talk about. Who knows what craziness is going to go down in the parks between now and then. And who knows who they're going to have direct Marvel's Black Panther between now and then. We don't know. We don't know. So enjoy, everybody. Have a magical week. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at WeebyGeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?